Welcome to Dirt Road Believer. I'm Tina. I have been looking so forward to this episode for so long. You may remember at the beginning of March, we announced that we were giving away $500 to 2 teachers in May, Teacher Appreciation Month. And we have gotten your entries in. They were due on the 30th of April. And guys, our board is so impressed. We are so grateful for all the wonderful things that teachers are doing in their schools and in their communities. And so this week, finally, it's here. We get to name the 2 teachers that have won the $500 to help their students in some way. And I just appreciate the detail and the thought that went into your entries. And we are going to get to that very soon. This is an episode of celebration. It's May. We're kicking off a big month for this channel, which is called SUBSCRIBE-O De Mayo. And we are doing a subscriber drive. We are seeing how far we can get. We are at 714 subscribers. And by the end of May, we want to be to 1,000. That is a big deal for a YouTube channel to break 1,000 subscribers. So we're going to do it, and I'm going to tell you how in just a little bit. I'm going to need your help, but we can do it. I know we can. All right, celebrations galore today. We're going to start with our growing Dirt Road Believer family. We have 2 new babies in the Dirt Road Believer family. I want to introduce those to you now. Sandra Pledger welcomed her grandson, Anderson Lee. Kay Brooks Hatfield welcomed her granddaughter, Maddie Ann Marie. Maddie Ann is also niece to Carrie Spence. We're so happy for your new family members. You may have recognized Carrie Spence from that last photo with her niece. Carrie is one of our board members, and you've seen her on this channel before. But we named our board back in, I believe, November, right before the new year. And I tell you, I'm just blown away by our board. These are women who just influence and drive this ministry in a way that is so important. They are diligent in their prayers for this ministry. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about the mission of this ministry, how we acquire money, and what we want to do with that money as good stewards of it. And part of it is give it away. Give it away. In fact, most of it is give it away. Let's not only bring the Word of God to you every single week, twice a week, but let's make a difference worldwide in what other people are doing around the world. And so we're going to be doing that today. All right, we do have another little giveaway that we mentioned last Tuesday. It was the vote on your favorite swimsuit. Lisa Richardson was drawn to win the Sunbum products. So congratulations, Lisa. All right, finally to the part I am most excited about. As I told you, we're naming 2 teachers this week. We're going to name the first one today as the winner of the $500, and then Thursday we will name the second one. So you will hear 2, but you're going to have to join back on Thursday to hear the other one. So our first winner of this $500 is Leah Garcia. Leah is a kindergarten teacher at Pinpalapal Elementary School in the Philippines. And I want to tell you more about Leah now.
Greetings of peace and prosperity. Our school is Pinmilapil Elementary School, and it is located at Barangay Pinmilapil, Sison, Pangasinan, Philippines. I am Leah S. Garcia, 34 years of age, and a resident of Pinmilapil, Sison, Pangasinan, Philippines. I am currently teaching kindergarten for 13 years. As of now, I have 53 pupils that came from different places. Others are from the mountains, and most of them came from poor families. Based from my experience, some of my pupils went to school without a paper, pencil, and sometimes no snacks and money. I have just given them some. The government provided them some money assistance for their schooling, but according to the parents, it is not enough because they are big families and most of the families have 3 or more kids attending school. Besides, not all poor families are receiving money assistance. That is why most of them do not have any for school. Sometimes I used to visit them if they are okay, and to reach them out. Also, to teach them during home visitation. This is to make sure and make some follow-ups after school. I want to help them, especially this time that school is preparing for face-to-face classes. I will make sure that our classroom is conducive for a better learning. This is to motivate them to attend school. As of now, our school is not yet ready because of some lackings for individual use. I do not want to require them to bring their own because I know how hard for them to provide all of this. Hope we can purchase some before the face-to-face classes on May. We are glad to purchase some COVID-19 related materials such as alcohol, face masks, tissue papers, trash bins, medical kits, soaps for our 53 pupils, and also a paper sterilizer for our classroom. Thank you very much for this contest because you have given us big hope and the opportunity to join. Thank you for letting us express ourselves. May God bless you thousandfolds. Love lots from 53 pupils of kindergarten and from me from the Philippines. Bye-bye.
Congratulations to you, Leah Garcia. I'm so happy that you're going to be using this money for your students in your kindergarten classroom. Leah's principal is Dr. Eloisa Alvarez, so we will be contacting her to get the money to their school for Leah and her class. Leah, I just want to say, 53 kindergartners? Wow. I teach kindergartners, okay? And the most we have is about 23 students in a class. So I don't know how you do it, but thank you so much for all that you do for your students, for all that you're teaching them, for all of the love and support that you give them. Thank you so much and congratulations. All right, guys, as I mentioned, this is SUBSCRIBE-O de Mayo month. So here's how we're going to get to 1,000 subscribers. We have an amazing following of teachers all over the world. Maybe it's because I am a teacher. Maybe it's because teachers love God. All right? I think it's a combination of both. We need Jesus in our jobs, right? So here's what we're going to do. When we have a new subscriber that is either a teacher, a parent of a child that goes to your school, whoever it may be, however they're affiliated with your school, all they have to do when they subscribe is comment the name of your school. So anyone that Leah gets to subscribe, she's going to tell them, make sure you put the name of our school as a comment when you subscribe. And then when we get to the end of May and we see, or excuse me, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to count up how many entries we have from each school all over the world, and we're going to do something special for those teachers at that school. So this is Teacher Appreciation Month. If you want to show love for your school and your teachers, subscribe to this channel and comment the name of the school that you are affiliated with. You don't have to be a teacher. You can be a student. You can be a parent. You can be, a coach from the community. Doesn't matter. Get involved. Get subscribed. And 1,000. I can't wait, guys. Did you know that we are in our 3rd year of Dirt Road Believer? April 20th marked 2 years that we have officially been a channel, and ever since then we have been diligent in bringing you the Word of God twice a week. We're almost up to 300 videos on this channel. So I'm super excited about where we've been, about where we're going, and I want you to go along with us too and be a major part of this Dirt Road Believer family. All right, now we're going to get into our devotion. This devotion is called Give Until It Works. Give until it works. Let's get to our devotion now. Stick with me for this devotion on giving because it's going to bring you hope. It's going to bring you some understanding about why we give and how it all works, and then some really good, just practical, sensible things about when we give our money and how to be good stewards of our money. First of all, if you are not a free giver and you tend to hold on to your money, I totally understand, because I love the Lord. I have always loved the Lord, but there were many years of my walk with the Lord and being, a very strong member in my church that I did not give. I held on to that money like, my life depended on it. And now I'm free to give, and to give more than I think I can give. And so I kind of want to walk you through that, and how I came to that, and how I am much less concerned about how I'm going to afford the things that my family needs now that I'm a giver, as opposed to when I just held on to it thinking, if I give it away, then I'm not going to have it for what my kids need or what my family needs. So this is an important devotion that we're doing today, and it ties in well to the giving that Dirt Road Believer does and will continue to do. I have been in churches before where regularly I heard sermons on giving. The offering portion of the service is like kind of the climax. It's a big deal. I've been in other churches where I've never heard a sermon on giving, and giving is kind of a footnote or a side note within the service. So I personally think we need to talk about giving. We need to give, and it's important because Jesus taught it, God taught all about it, and so we need to do our best to learn and come to an understanding of what it is God expects of us in our giving. First of all, I want to start in Malachi. This verse is going to pump you up right here in the beginning of this devotion. But it's Malachi, and this is chapter 3, starting in verse 10. I believe it's 10 through 11. It says, "Bring the full tenth into the storehouse, so that there may be food in my storehouse. Test me in this way, says the Lord of armies. See if I will not open the floodgates of heaven and pour out a blessing for you without measure." I want you to really lean into this verse, guys, because he's saying, don't be afraid to give. Bring it to me. Bring it into the storehouse. He's the one who pours out blessings, who gives you, who has gifted you with the money that you have. And so if you'll just trust me with a tenth of it, I will open the floodgates, and you will not even be able to measure all that I give you. And here's a difference I see in our giving and our family. You know, when I was tight-fisted, there seemed to never be enough. How can I even think about giving to God until I have enough? And God is saying, I have more than enough. Haven't I shown you I have more than enough? So now that God has gotten me to a point of giving freely, giving more than we think we can give. I say me, this is me and my husband, because my husband is just as committed to giving as much as we can as I am. We do it together. It's ours together. But now that we are free to give and not look back and not regret and not worry, are we going to have enough? It is a surrender. It's really more, it's less about money and more about surrendering everything you have to God. And when we come to a place that we are able to do that and just let it go, as Elsa sings in Frozen, let it go, then we find that we have more. We have more now than we've ever had. And I believe it comes right back to this verse, test me. And so this devotion is give until it works. Continue to give until you see the fulfillment of this promise right here. He says, you can test me. The living God says, test me in this way. Give of what I've given you. Only a tenth is what this says. And I'm going to open the floodgates so that you have more than you can even measure. That is true in my life, and it will be true in your life. You just have to give until it works, okay? And the other thing that I want to point out that goes directly along with those words of God are words of Jesus. And we're going to find them in Luke chapter 12, starting in verse 33. See, Jesus also taught on giving, and he also taught his disciples what you're going to need in life, how this is supposed to look when you follow me. So beginning in verse 33 of Luke 12, he says, well, first I'm going to start in 31. It says, seek his kingdom, and these things will be provided for you. Don't be afraid, little flock, because your Father delights to give you the kingdom. Our Father in heaven delights to give us what we need, to give us more than what we need. And then verse 33 says, sell your possessions and give it to the poor. Make money bags for yourselves that won't wear out, an inexhaustible treasure in heaven where no thief comes near and no moth destroys, for where your treasure is, your heart will be also. So I love where it says, give to the poor. Give, and pack for yourselves, because they're fixing to leave. They're fixing to go away for an extended period of time on their ministry. And what does he tell them? Make a money bags, more than one, for yourselves that will not wear out. Do you know why, as givers, cheerful givers, we need money bags that aren't going to wear out? Because it's like a bank. Money goes out, money comes in. Money goes out, money comes in. It is a constant exchange of releasing and then receiving. Releasing, receiving. I have never looked at this verse this way until I started preparing for this devotion, and I began to look at my own finances in relationship to this verse. First of all, in 31, God delights to give to me. He delights. And when I release what he has given me to the poor all over the world, to the people who are spreading the gospel, then my money bag's never going to wear out. If I'm giving, it's going to be coming right back in. And so I encourage you to give until it works. Give until you need a money bag that is so strong, not money bag, money bags, that is so durable that it's never going to wear out, because you're going to give and God is going to bountifully bless you in every way, financially. So give until it works. Give until it works. Now let's talk a little bit about practical giving. I believe that the money God gives me, I need to give it to a place that is going to be a good steward of it. For me to be a good steward, I have to give my money to people and places that I know are going to be good stewards. For example, the money that Dirt Road Believer is giving away today, you saw the story of Leah Garcia. You heard the ways in which her students need and are depending on her. And so I feel 100% confident about giving to this school and these students and this teacher. Now, when we give to organizations, here's a little background that I do before I give to organizations. Of course, giving to your church, that's a no-brainer. That should be the first place that you give. But above that, when I look at an organization, I do like when they are 501c3s. That is a nonprofit status. You can go in and look at any nonprofit, because it is required of them to make it public. Okay, you have to be able to see expenses, what goes in, what comes out, what people on staff are paid. And one good place to do that is called GuideStar, where you can go and you can look up any nonprofit in the United States. But what I look at first is, what are the top people in this organization paid? If I see that they're making millions of dollars, and then what actually goes to what I'm giving my money for is, a fraction of that, no, not doing it. I love when I go into organizations to research and I see reasonable salaries for the people at the top, but then boom, 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 everybody under them, $0. These people are volunteering their time to do good And that's where I give my money. So do your research. Make sure you know, is this money that I'm sending in, is it going to fund someone's pocket? Is it going to line? Now, I believe people should be paid for their work. But I don't believe somebody making $6 million a year is doing the best that they can with their money and being a good steward of that money. So do your homework. Dirt Road Believer, our mission as far as money goes, and let me tell you where our money comes from. Our money comes from donations, from followers, people who follow this channel. We did a little drive back in December. People gave hundreds of dollars. People gave $700, $500. I mean, when I open these, I'll start crying. But when I open these letters with these donations, man, I saved every one of them. I just come to tears because they felt led to give to this ministry. And I want to assure you that this ministry has a heart for bringing the gospel to you through this channel, and also giving worldwide to people who are living the gospel, who are sharing the gospel. And we look forward to doing that. We get excited. Our board was so excited that we had an entry, had entries from the Philippines for our teachers, because we have a heart for the Philippines. We feel connected to the Philippines, and we want to continue to do good work there. So give until it works, guys. That's what this channel is about. And I want to be transparent. A lot of the money that comes to do these videos and things comes from my own pocket, okay? Because I'm passionate about it. I want to do it. But the money that we give is coming from others who have given. Some of that money, a very small portion of that money, goes to expenses on this channel that we have as far as technology and things like that go. But all of it is decided by a board that is diligently seeking the heart of the Father, and praying for how we spend our money, the direction that we're supposed to go. So I appreciate your prayers too. And if you're a Dirt Road Believer, I'm following you. All right, the dogs have come to say, end the video, Tina. So we're ending it, Russ and Molly. Here's how I'm ending it. Like, share, subscribe. Come back Thursday to see who this other teacher is. This is SUBSRIBE-O De Mayo, guys. Let's do it. Remember, tell the people in your school, your community, subscribe to Dirt Road Believer. We're going to break 1,000 this month. I feel it. It's going to happen. And when you subscribe, comment the name of your school, because when we hit 1,000, the school that has the most subscribers, going to do something special for those teachers. It's Teacher Appreciation Month. Teachers, I so appreciate you. I'm in the trenches with you, men and women. So I know what all you do. I know how far you go to meet the needs of your students. Have a wonderful day. And until Thursday, slow down. Take the dirt road.